I wanted to make a video about how narcissism is biblical, and it talks about in the last days there will be a certain type of person on the earth. That a lot of people will be like this, and now we're starting to see how many of them are out there. So much that they're like, oh, you can't label everybody a narcissist, but like we are seeing a lot of it. Um, and as the Lord is revealing all of the wickedness to us that's going on in the world, He's also revealing the narcissism. And the Bible says in the last days, they will have like a certain list of characteristics, and it's basically all narcissism. It says, "Know this also, that in the last days perilous times shall come, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away." So it actually tells you in the Bible, turn away from these people, go no contact with these people. And that's another thing that's been trending online is like going no contact with narcissists because they want to protect themselves from these people because they know that this type of person is never going to change. They are very unrepentant people. That's part of who they are. They do not like to admit to fault, and they're very abusive. And I won't ever tell any names in my videos or identify anyone, but I have had a lot of narcissistic abuse in my life, from different people. So I've encountered a lot of narcissists, and they're all the same. Well, unless they're like, you know, different types of narcissists. So there's two different types of narcissists. There's the covert and there's overt. Covert is the type that tries to seem innocent all the time, tries to seem like humble and righteous and everything, but they're very subtle in their abuse, right? And then the overt narcissist is just like overtly narcissistic. They're out there, they're not trying to hide that they're an a-hole, for lack of better words, I guess, this moment. But yeah, they will be really obvious. And I know one person like that who is just like wow. Like, and no shame. No shame at all. Just going through life, treating everybody like garbage and not having any remorse ever. That's just the way they are. And a lot of these people, they come from narcissistic family systems. Like it's the whole family that's like that, and they enable each other, and they have kind of like a cult like system where there's like a hierarchy, and of course, like the grandparent is usually like the head honcho that keeps everybody in line, and everyone has their like role to play. And there's usually like the black sheep of the family that is usually the one that is like the truth speaker, the one that sees through their crap, and they will get scapegoated. So scapegoating means like singling this person out, using them as an emotional punching bag. And then what happens is that scapegoat will like leave the family, and they won't have a scapegoat anymore. So they'll have to find a new scapegoat. And there has to be just somebody to use as the emotional punching bag. So these people are kind of like a villain in a movie. Like I'm sure you've seen a movie with a villain, and they usually will try to present as a good guy, but they, deep down are very self-serving, evil. They will do whatever it takes to get what they want, whether it be lying, manipulating, rewriting history to paint themselves as a victim and paint the actual victim as a villain, right? Some of the things they'll do to you is they will gaslight you. So that means making you question your own memories, making you think you're the one who's crazy, they are very tricky and they make you feel like you can't trust yourself. And that's one of the big impacts of narcissistic abuse. And people that go through this, they grow up to be um, very insecure people. They doubt themselves. They will invalidate you. If you say something, they'll just, reject it, dismiss it. And even if it's like a really good thing, like you're excited about it or you're proud of it, like a really good idea that you have, they will immediately give you a face of like, what good idea could this moron possibly have? Kind of like that. These people are very highly critical. So there's like constant criticism. They will use things against you. So there was a time in my life where I was starting to realize that everything that I would tell the narcissist in my life at that time would get to everybody like within 24 hours. What they would tell them though was always twisted to make me look bad. Like, so it got to the point where I was like, I can't share anything with this person at all. They will also um push your buttons on purpose just to get you to like explode, and then they can say like, wow, look at you, like you're crazy, look at you yelling, you're cussing, how can you treat me this way? And then they'll play the victim. They also hold things over your head they've done for you. Like when you make them mad, they'll like bring up all the things they've ever done for you and they'll call you ungrateful and spoiled and whatever, whatever, just to, you know, try to make you feel guilty just for like standing up for yourself when you're being abused. They also try to start drama between people. So you'll notice like they'll call somebody, right, to talk about you who they have no business calling, and just try to stir the pot, try to start problems between you and that person. It's called triangulation. And it's just a manipulation tactic to cause division between people. They also will love bomb you sometimes. So, after being just devalued and uh just shamed and invalidated for I don't know, weeks, all of a sudden they'll become this, perfect person and start to be very healthy and normal and treat you right. And it's like all of a sudden they figured out how to be a nice person. But it's all manipulation. Everything that they do is manipulation all the time. Like they're either love bombing you or they're devaluing you. So it's like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Like you don't know who you're gonna get. They withhold compliments from you. They really, really just don't want to make you feel good about yourself. That would make them feel lower. They want to feel higher. Their jealousy, as mentioned in the Bible, because it says that they would be very covetous, their jealousy goes far beyond normal jealousy. Like, it's very normal for someone to be jealous that someone got a new car or house or whatever, but their jealousy is like rage. And they see someone else's blessing as like an injustice. Like, how dare they have a new car and I don't? They think they deserve the new car more than anyone in the world. Everything, every interaction, every second of their life, they are thinking about themselves. It's not just being conceited, it's like, how can I get more supply? Supply is, in narcissism world is a word that describes like an ego boost. They need that ego boost that they desperately crave constantly. And they will go to great lengths to make sure they get their supply. And they'll do it by bringing you down, gossiping about other people, bragging about themselves, getting sympathy, and looking for other things to gossip about. So you'll start to notice a trend with the type of questions they ask you about yourself and your life. All the things they ask you about are things that they plan on gossiping about later. They want to gossip about you. I started to notice with one of my narcissists that all they ever did was talk crap about people that they were supposed to be loyal to. And I also noticed that they would talk crap about me right in front of me, right? Or they would call somebody close to me to talk crap about me, and I'd hear about it later. These people are always getting caught, talking crap about others, and they're always denying it. Um, they always pretend like they're innocent. What they really, really care about is their image. That's what it all goes back to, is how they are seen in society. And the covert narcissist often will go out of their way to seem like a very virtuous person, doing good deeds for the public to see, right? So they're very manipulative with other people, like people they're not really close with. They will kind of make these people believe that they're like this wonderful, giving, loving, selfless person, right? But they treat their loved ones like crap. So they will do horrible things to other people. They'll treat them poorly, they'll disrespect their boundaries. And then when they're confronted about their behavior, they will victimize themselves. If you ever try to defend yourself to the narcissist, they will rage on you. They'll just scream at you. They'll hang up the phone. They'll say crazy things, threaten suicide. They'll deny things that they've done. They'll say if they did do that bad thing, it was your fault. They will always blame you. You can never, ever win. They just put all of this shame on you because they refuse to internalize shame. They refuse to feel guilt, any type of accountability, nothing. They will not do it. They will do anything else before they take accountability. They will say sorry in a fake way. So they'll say, I'm sorry you feel that way, or I'm sorry that I told you that. Um, but there's never like, I'm sorry for what I've done to you. I regret that thing I did. It was wrong and I hurt you and I'm so sorry. Like, you will never hear that from these people. And if you do go no contact with them, they will do a technique called hoovering, which is named after the vacuum, the Hoover vacuum, which basically means they will try to suck you back in through gift giving or, love bombing or something, but they never intend on resolving the conflict in a healthy way. They plan on ignoring that it ever happened, ignoring your hurt feelings, in a way invalidating your hurt feelings, right? Because they won't acknowledge them. They'll just pretend like nothing ever happened until you bring it up again, and then they get angry and the whole cycle starts all over again. And they'll even get revenge on you, they'll punish you and start a smear campaign against you. They will obviously twist the truth to make themselves look good. And then you'll start to get messages from all these people that never talk to you defending the narcissist because they have recruited an army of people against you. They're called flying monkeys because they're like the flying monkeys in Wizard of Oz that the witch sends to do her dirty work. A lot of people will try a different technique um, with a narcissist where they don't go no contact, they go low contact, also known as gray rocking, which is just being as boring as possible, not giving them any juicy details about your life, just kind of letting them get bored enough to walk away themselves. But that's very difficult because the narcissist is very crafty and very manipulative, and they will um, you know, make you feel comfortable again and make you feel like you can trust them again, uh, just to get more info out of you and start the whole thing again. So you have to be a really strong person and a really vigilant person to be able to gray rock successfully. So I'm the type of person, like, I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm not manipulative. I just let it all out. I just tell the world my whole business, and that's just how I am. I don't think about the consequences enough. So for me, it's more difficult to do the gray rocking thing. And I'm also very empathetic. Now, people will say I'm not, because of certain situations in my life where I didn't display empathy, and I'm autistic, and they say we don't have empathy, which is false because we have a lot of empathy. Um, but I actually do feel bad when I um ignore somebody, or I behave in a way that would be hurtful to somebody, even if they deserve it. I still feel bad. And, I never wanted to punish the narcissists in my life. It was more like protecting myself from further abuse, because as an autistic person, I've been bullied a lot. I've been through a lot of abuse from many different types of people, not just one type. I've been abused by, boyfriends, my peers, random people on the street, random people online, family members, just so many different types of people. And I'm over it. I'm going to be 37 this month, and I'm over it. So, I feel a very strong urge to protect myself just so I can have at least one part of my life be peaceful and drama free. As a Christian, I believe in forgiveness, and I also believe in forgiving them, but you still can keep your distance just to protect yourself, right? It's not like you are keeping your distance because you're angry. You're doing it out of self preservation. Thank you for sticking with me and listening, because this is a very important topic for me. It is very biblical. You can look down the whole list of things that the Bible says people would be like, and you can see it in these narcissists today. If you like this type of video, let me know in the comments. I could make more. I know a lot about narcissism. I've had a lot of experience firsthand with narcissism, and it's something that we're all going to have to deal with right now because we're in the end times. So maybe it's something I should talk about. Thanks for watching, and love you guys. God bless.